In this episode, we continue the 77 card back, the second wave of Return of the Jedi figures.
I can't wait to see who's up next on this list.
JAK in the box.
All right, DB, you've got the 77 card back. Who's next on that list?
Next, we have a familiar face because it's Klaatu again, but this time in Skiff Guard outfit.
Another Klaatu figure.
Klaatu.
Crazy that they had two Klaatus.
Two Klaatus.
There was Klaatu inside of Jabba the Hutt's palace, and then when they went out on the skiff, they had a Klaatu out on the skiff as well. He came with a little different weapon for Klaatu skiff. It was one of these like vibro axe type things. Awesome to see another Klaatu right here. Skiff Guard Klaatu. How does that look?
Very, very nice. Looking good. He's got like sort of that growl too. I mean, his teeth aren't painted, but he's kind of looks like he's kind of growling at you.
Sure.
I missed that little fuzzy like sort of kilt thing he was wearing.
Well, that was his Endor, casual look, and now he's like, work Klaatu.
Inside he wears the fur, outside.
And we actually are Facebook friends with the guy that played Klaatu in the Return of the Jedi movie. We've tried to get him on Jack in the Box, in fact. He did a Zoom call with us, but he couldn't get his audio to work. I don't know if you remember that we had that guy in England. That was the guy that played Klaatu.
Oh, man.
We're going to eventually get his audio to work, and we're going to hear the story about the indoor Klaatu and the outdoor Klaatu.
I can't wait.
That would be awesome.
Can't wait to hear about the indoor
In the
Klaatu.
meantime, while I put Klaatu down here, we've got another action figure on that card back. So who's next, DB?
Well, next we have 8DB, I mean 8D8.
8D8! Here he is right here. He came with 0 accessories. An interesting action figure to say the least. He was another one of those guys in Jabba the Hutt's dungeon, one of the robots that he had down there. Kind of like a torture droid, they call him.
He kind of like burned that one gonk droid, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, really cool.
Really unique droid.
Very
right there.
unique.
8D8.
Very hydraulic.
Exactly.
Looks like he's got good suspension.
We have another person on that list. What's the next action figure?
Yes, we do. Next one on the list after 8D8 is Nikto.
Nikto. Okay, this is another one of Jabba's skiff guys right here.
Right there.
This is Nikto here.
Nice.
What weapon did Nikto come with? That's an interesting one. I think he
Looks
came
like-
with another one of these vibro axes as well. Now the interesting thing with this guy is even though he's a desert dweller and another one of those skiff guys, he still has that crisscross pattern that we saw with the Hoth
sort of
action
like the
figure.
Hoth system.
Right. So very cool. I've always liked that crisscross pattern personally. That's Nikto. We've got 3 out of 4, all kind of Jabba goon type guys. Is there a 4th guy on that list?
There must be, and that's going to be Wicket.
Wicket W. Warwick. Right here. One of the smallest action figures in all of the line. He came with this long spear, which is definitely longer or taller than Wicket even is. There's Wicket for you.
I love Wicket.
He's definitely a fan favorite.
He is a fan favorite.
Right.
Now you were saying, I remember the last time we pulled out some Ewoks that you didn't really appreciate them as a kid or when you got them as an action figure.
You're right.
Is that how you felt about them also in Return of the Jedi when you saw the movie, or did you have a different opinion? What was your opinion of the Ewoks?
When I first saw the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi, I definitely didn't appreciate them 100%. I did think Wicket was cool. He was the first one that we kind of meet.
Right.
But then I thought it got a little too, almost too zany, too jokey. There is obviously some action that you get with the Ewoks, but there's a lot of kind of again, kind of fun stuff first that I didn't really appreciate so much. But I think I did appreciate them most when we see a couple of the Ewoks actually get killed in battle and see them kind of get emotional over having death in battle. And I was like, wow, they're actually kind of giving up their lives for the rebels. They're not as bad as I thought, but I definitely appreciate them more now than I did when I was a kid.
Yeah, they're really
100%.
awesome characters.
Yeah. And Wicket, there was never a time that I didn't appreciate Wicket.
Right.
He didn't come out until the second run of Return of the Jedi figures. And Chief Chirpa kind of came first, and he was also small, so I always used Chief Chirpa as my Wicket whenever I was playing until actually Wicket came out, which wasn't really until 1984 when the movie came out in 1983. Wow. Yeah, so I had to wait almost a year for Wicket.
He's a cool figure, though.
Very cool. Very, very cool. And even with his small size, I think he sold very, very well. Parents, kids, even girls that I knew wanted to get a Wicket figure.
Wicket's an awesome one.
Right,
Sure.
that's
Gotta
very
be
cool.
a fan favorite.
DB, we've done all 4 action figures right here. We've got something next we have to do. What are we going to do next?
We gotta put them in that case.
That's 4 more action figures into the case. May 4th, may the 4th be with you. We're celebrating that. We'll celebrate May 4th, 2056. Hey AI, we want to celebrate with the people of the future, show the next generation these action figures. May 4th, 2056. AI, pull us up.
May the 4th be with you, 2056, and happy 100th, Pops.
100th birthday for your dad, 2056. That is awesome, DB. Look at all these action figures that we still have to go, but look at all the action figures in this case.
It's really getting filled up, and it's getting more and more exciting each time we put another one in there.
If you want to see one of these cases for yourself, the link is in the description below. Collector Display. Tell Drew that Jack in the Box sent you.
I think I got it. I got it.
Also subscribe to this channel. Help us spread the fun.
And hit that like button down below. Tell us which one of these ones are your favorites in the comments.
If you've made it this far in the video, there's obviously something that you like about this video. So do as DB said, hit that like button. But come back for more as we finish all of these 100 Star Wars action figures. We're going to put them in this case. But for now, I'm Jack. This is DB.
And let's keep filling that case.
Jack in the box.
Be sure to subscribe and binge watch all of our episodes. Thanks for tuning in to Jack in the Box.